Hello everybody, welcome to Maker Faire 2016, World Maker Faire 2016. I'm here at the Ultimaker booth. I'm with Eric, Matt, Yuri. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good, yeah.
Oh, great. So what are some awesome things that you guys are showing this year?
Well, a whole host of things.
Yeah.
This is Maker Faire, so we're mostly showing off things that people have created.
Yeah.
Our machines are here, but we've focused on a display from our Pioneer program. Educators all around the country have shared things that they have created, and they're on display. They sent in. And we have Game Smash over here, which was a hackathon to produce like tabletop games after a weekend. And we have people here sharing their games with the public and play testing and talking about them. And the usual suspects. Now we had Eric and Joris gave a talk yesterday, and I'd love to introduce them to you guys.
Yeah, please do.
Joris, you want to share a little bit about what you're up to?
Yeah. We talked. Eric, of course, is one of the. I'm a super user of Ultimaker. I make installations with Ultimakers most of the time.
So you might have seen his like full-sized elephant. This is somebody who has never been stopped by obstacles. And as you were saying yesterday, well, if you think you can't print it, then the problem is between your ears. You should find a way to do it. It's going to work out.
Yeah. I really like to abuse or you see the machine as a tool.
Right.
You know, it's not just a machine. You can do way more with it than just hit the print button.
Yeah, you're not limited by the build volume.
And I'm really excited to have Eric, one of the three co-founders of Ultimaker here. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so Erik de Bruin. And I'm one of the three co-founders, so I started it when I was in a fab lab and found two other people, and also yours, by the way. But together we actually had the knowledge to start this, and we started giving workshops, teaching other people to make 3D printers. We learned a lot from them, and then we made better 3D printers, and that became eventually the Ultimaker. So, yeah.
And he's always been part of the whole desktop 3D printing community. He was I think the first people outside of the core team to get a Darwin running. Yeah. So like these guys are no slouches, and have kept that spirit going in Ultimaker. That this is a tool for you to hack on and transform and use for whatever you have intended for your use. And you guys are using it as you have a room full of every possible option.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys are also enjoying our stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm really interested in all the new materials that you guys came out with. So do you want to talk a little bit about the new materials? What's the story behind it?
Yeah, what materials have you been running?
The nylon stuff is really cool.
Yes.
We're loving flexible.
Oh
man, flexible stuff is just where it's at right now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Because as you guys had seen and shown on your shows before,
sure, you
can use more like Ninja Flex, etc.
Yeah.
It's tricky. You have to kind of slow it down. So it's nice to have a material that you can just run at the expected speeds of printing.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool.
Have you tried like some of the high impact resistant stuff, like the CPE+?
Yeah, there's still a lot of stuff to test out.
How about the PC?
PC stuff? I haven't tried it yet, but I do have it.
I have some tricks for you. I'll share with you around. But
tell me a little bit about the hand and the new addition to Umagine, where you kind of have these assemblies, the STL viewer.
Yeah, so what we wanted to do is this use case. You have, of course, a lot of designs, they require multiple parts. And for example, for prosthetic, it's very important to be able to visualize it in 3D, but fully assembled and not just a single part one at a time. So we've been making this viewer, and the enable use case is really what we're sort of modeling it after, to make it very easy to communicate how something should be put together. It can be, we're thinking of evolving it into something that is also helping you assemble it. So you see exploded views, for example. You could see parts appearing where you need to put them. And so it could be a step-by-step guide to assembling stuff as well.
Right.
And then it could also be used for preparing a build plate. So imagine also becoming a place where you could just hit print and then it prepares everything for you.
Wow, yes. Cool.
And so specifically for Enable, what we're also excited about is that we've designed a hand that is a multi-material hand, made for rigid material, but also it integrates actually soft parts. Okay. So there are flexible parts that are part of it, and it's a hand that feels much more human, actually. And so we've had it user tested, and it's going to be donated to the Enable community as a design, ready for everybody to make. But also it's designed as a platform, so it's not just a single hand that we make that might be used just as is,
Right.
but actually it's a modular platform. So it's really designed to be able to adapt it. It actually has interchangeable fingers. So you could actually swap out a finger if you have a certain design. It's also much easier to repair. So there are lots of benefits, and we did lots of user testing.
That's great.
So it's really exciting.
Cool. Thanks for sharing it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yuri, what is the story with this?
Sorry?
What's the story with this?
You can print this on a regular Ultimaker.
Hold it up so you can see it.
This thing's massive.
But yeah, this is the thing I did with the Ultimaker. I flipped the nozzle and then flipped the machine, and then I lift the whole machine up.
Is it the Unlimited Z?
Yeah, the Z Unlimited.
Okay.
And this is just this is a toy for my 3-year-old daughter.
Wow.
And she now knows what is tightening and what is loosening, so it really helps for.
That's great. How heavy is it? Can I?
You can have.
Oh, it's hollow. Yeah.
You can print this in like 5 or 6 hours if you optimize.
5 or 6 hours. Did you print this with the 6.6 millimeter nozzle, or is this the 4?
No, he drilled out a custom
nozzle. Yeah.
Nice, that's
so
clever.
So he can go really fast, but it's actually still very burly. I've seen him drop it on the concrete. He's like,
yeah.
No
wow.
But my favorite is at Maker Faire Bay Area, you were driving it around in a stroller.
Yeah.
And people would look in, and you could tell who were like hardcore 3D printing people and who were not, because the hardcore 3D people would be like, oh, it's so cute, oh, it's so good. And the other people would be like, what is that? And then you could talk to them.
Yeah, it's not straight anymore, but that's the trip to Death Valley we had afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit too hot in the car.
You just need to print a big wrench now.
Yeah. I'm working on that.
Oh, okay.
It's like, but it's also metric.
Okay.
You need the 118 branch.
Right. Where can people find out more about your stuff?
It's on the website, but you cannot pronounce it really in international. It's royoris.nl, but you also find the user story on Ultimaker. So it's
great.
Awesome.
So I make this app. It's called Morphi, and it's a 3D CAD program where you can design in 3D with your fingers. I can give you a sense of how it's being used. One way it's being used is for game design. We designed this game. It actually won an award. It won an Ultimaker for best design, and the game was almost entirely, the pieces were almost entirely designed in Morphi, including the sheep, which get catapulted out of this game, even the dice, and it shows how you can very quickly prototype your games and all sorts of different projects. We're working a lot with schools. We're in about 96 countries, and Ultimaker is a partner of ours. But even if you're not a beginner, you can use it. Like this ring was designed by, actually, I don't know if you know Stern Design Works. They're also using an Ultimaker. They prototyped this. It's red blood cells. So even professional designers are getting to use it. So yeah.
They gave us a prompt, and it was bedtime stories. So we're thinking, what can we do about it? So we came up with the idea of sheep, because that's what you count when you can't sleep.
Yeah.
So what if all the sheep that you've been counting all these years, they're done. They're tired of jumping fences for you. So the idea is to get all your sheep towards the center of the board game and launch them with these trebuchet launchers to freedom. That's why the game is called Greener Pastures.
Yeah.
So. Do you want to share
Very
about
clever.
the different launching power?
Oh yeah. So we thought it'd be more fun to just add a little variety with the launchers.
Oh,
so we have different tension.
Right.
This is fairly weak.
Okay.
And then we have a sort of a medium range. And then this one, if you want to try it, it's you can feel that tension in there. So yeah, that one can really launch.
Yeah, this is pretty nice. And this is all printed in just regular PLA, I guess?
Yeah, it's in PLA, and this is even filament holding it together.
Yeah.
So
oh, nice, the joint. No, that's great.
It was designed by David Choi, who's he's actually in the electronics booth. You should also check him out after this. He's doing
really
some awesome stuff.
Wow.
I'm Martijn Elseman. I'm one of the founders of Ultimaker, and well, actually I'm a graphical designer. And at some point, well, I got into 3D printing through a Fab Lab, where I met my other co-founders, and actually we started building a machine for ourselves. This we wanted to have, because we wanted to have a 3D printer on our desktop. And we never thought about selling it for well, for profit. But at some point, more and more people started asking about it, and well, we thought, well, let's start a business. And well, this has gotten a bit out of hand. So now we're here 5 years later, and I think as a company we've grown to like over 200 people. So we've gone through some growth. Still, I get a lot of. I just got feedback from a customer who still uses like the original Ultimaker product and is still happy about it. So that's good to hear that kind of things.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much for coming to visit.
All right, guys. Be sure to check out Ultimaker, ultimaker.com. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're here at World Maker Faire 2016. I'm here with the lovely Sally, showing off her lovely wearable electronics.